What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Mo Hunt Silver. As you can probably see, for this video, we're going to have a small multi-denominational hunt. I recently picked up a small collection of coins that somebody wanted to get rid of, and it's mostly pennies, as you can see over here, but we do have some quarters, some dimes, and some nickels to go through. Um, Now, I was told about these pennies that these older looking rolls here were their grandparents, and they were had been stashed away for quite a while. So we'll just have to see what we can find inside of these older rolls here. And then these rolls here are the newer stuff that they had rolled up from, I guess, their change jar or whatever it had been. But I'm actually really curious to see what's inside those rolls, to see what kind of goodies we can find in there. This is $129.50 in total. So we'll have $6 in nickels, 25 in dimes. We have $80 in quarters, and I believe this is $18.50 in pennies altogether. So we're going to get into these. I think we'll do the nickels, the dimes, and then the quarters, and we'll save the pennies for last because there's so many of them. But let's see if we can find any silver in any of these nickels, dimes, or quarters. And I hope this is a good video. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. So let's get into these nickels and see what we can find. And I am filming this intro on Thanksgiving morning. So I would just also like to say to everybody, happy Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody has a great day and enjoys their food they eat today. Well, holy crap. Happy Thanksgiving. We actually found some silver in these nickels. This one does look pretty worn, and it looks like it has a Philadelphia mint mark on it. So let's see what we have for a date. And that's going to be a 1944. That is awesome. I was not really expecting to find any wartime nickels in these three rolls. I will definitely take it. We'll put it up here, and I'll look for any errors or varieties, and then check this last roll of nickels to see if there's anything hiding in there. But yeah, that is crazy and awesome. The third and final roll of nickels is going to give us a find, and I have it under the microscope right here. And it's going to be another die clash. And this is actually a fairly strong one. Kind of like the last one I found in my nickel hunt and fill on episode 22. But you can see the eyes underneath the building. You got a nice line right here coming across Jefferson's eyes. And yep, this one even has the curve from the top of the building and the line that comes out this way on the top. So yeah, this is a pretty good one. Nice 2023 Philly die clash. And look at that. You can even see it without the microscope. All right, pretty sweet. So I'll put that up there with our silver nickel and see if there's anything else in the last half of this roll. And if there's not, we'll move on to the dimes. We didn't find anything in the dimes, so we'll move on to the 8 rolls of quarters. Hopefully we can get a silver or a variety or two. Well, unfortunately, guys, it's the same story with the quarters. In those 8 rolls, we did not find any errors, varieties, any silver, nothing. So we'll move on to all these pennies. And here you can see all my discards of the quarters. But we'll move on to these pennies and see if we can find anything in here. I hope so. Guys, our second roll of pennies, we're going to have a wheat cent. Get a 1953 Denver right here. And it's definitely got a lot of wear and damage on it. But we'll take it. That's awesome. Alrighty. The fifth roll of pennies. And we're going to have a second wheat cent. This time we have a 1957, and it's going to be a Philadelphia. All right, that's pretty cool. Hope we can find some more. All right, guys, we didn't find anything else in these more modern rolls here. So I moved on to the older looking rolls, which this one here, you can definitely tell has been sitting around for a long time. And I'm on the second roll that I've opened up of these now, and every one of them so far has been copper. So there's definitely going to be some good varieties to look for, and we have a nice copper hunt and copper dump right here. So that's pretty sweet. But I'm going to keep going through these, and if I find any kind of errors or varieties, I'll definitely share it with you. I've opened quite a few of those rolls so far, and I was just getting into one of these here. I guess it's like an older, I don't know, kind of wrap, but the paper's so old and these things are in such bad condition, really, that it's just coming apart as I try to unwrap it. But I flattened this one out, and I took notice that we are going to have 2 wheat cents in this one, and they're both reverse facing. So we can pluck them out of here and see what we have. This one here is going to be the first one I saw, and that's going to be a 1949 out of Philly. It's actually not in bad shape. And then the second one, right here it is. It was right here. And this one is going to be a 1957 out of Denver. All right. Well, that's cool. I'll keep going through this and see if there's anything else hiding. We're getting towards the end of this hunt. I have 4 rolls to go after what's on the mat right here. But I do have a 1963 out of Denver. And when I put this one under the microscope to check it, just like this right here, we are going to have a 1963 Denver RPM. Repunched mint mark, and that is going to be the RPM-004 on Variety Vista. And as I was searching through here, I believe we're going to have the Stage E, which is going to have this large die chip right here, or die break they call it, on the last column of the Lincoln Memorial. And the one we have definitely has that die break. So that is pretty cool. And it's not in bad condition either. It's just brown. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. So I will definitely hold on to that. And also, a few coins earlier, I also found this guy here, this 1972 Philadelphia. It's not the double die or any of the other double dies, but we do have a Gettysburg counter stamp, which is also pretty cool if my camera is going to focus. But I'll put it under the microscope. There we go. So you guys can see that. But that looks pretty neat right there. And I've never seen one of these before. So that's also very cool. All right. Well, we'll see what else we can find in here, and hopefully it'll be something else cool, like those 2 items. All right, guys, I'm back with a wrap-up. We didn't find anything else in those last 4 rolls, so this is pretty much what we got out of the 129.50 altogether that we hunted, and all of our finds were either pennies or nickels. So I found 2 2009 Lincoln cents in the mixed rolls that were the more modern wrappers. I did find 1 Canadian that I forgot to film, honestly, and this is going to be a 1965, and that should be a young head, which it is. And then As far as our wheat cents that we found 2 in the older rolls and 2 in the more modern rolls. And we found a 1949 out of Philadelphia, a 1953 out of Denver that's seen better days, a 1957 Philadelphia, and a 1957 Denver. And then definitely our cent finds of the hunt are going to be the 1963 Denver repunched mint mark and the 1972 Philly with that pretty cool counter etching or counter stamping that it has in it there. I've never seen one of those before, so I'm definitely holding on to that. And then we also found for our nickels a 2023 Philadelphia with the die clash. Right there, you can see Jefferson's eyes underneath the building without even putting it under the scope. And we found one silver nickel, a 35% silver wartime nickel, 1944, out of Philadelphia, that I am going to add to our silver jar right there. And we did find a bunch of BU Lincoln cents, mostly from the later 70s, 1978 and 1977. But there's a few here from the earlier 70s. And this is all the copper. You can see how big this jug is, because this is the normal container I use for my copper. And that is all the copper we got out of these older rolls right here. So I am going to pull up my scale, and we are going to see how much copper we have here. All right, that's ready. Oh, I got to see if I can even pick this up with one hand. Oh my God, that's heavy. Okay. I'm going to say the container weighs roughly 2.5, almost 3 ounces. So we got about 9.5 pounds of copper out of all those rolls. That is nuts. That's a lot of copper cents right there. But all right. So that's going to do it for this hunt. I know we didn't really find a whole lot of exciting things, but if you guys still enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new and haven't done so already, because you made it this far through the video, so you must like the content. But yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next hunt.